I welcome everybody to my astrology channel. So we are going to discuss a lot about astrological subjects. So today we are going to talk about the mental health. So here many people develop suicidal tendencies. So they call it as a mental depression or they call it as a mental distress. Sometimes it could lead to, committing a suicide. So why do these things happens? So how to analyze these kind of elements through the horoscope? So now, when we really need to know about the mental health, there are two things. One is the third house, another is the moon. Third house indicates about your subconscious state of mind, and in general, moon is the indicator of the mind. Here, in any horoscope, basically the moon and the third house should not be, affected by any malefic house lords, or should not be afflicted by any malefic planets. Now let's go into the subject. If the moon or if the third house lord or both of them, if they are going to be associated with the sixth house, then it creates enormous, anger, anxiety, stress, fear, doubts. They don't trust anybody. They always have a fear. So it creates a lot of insecurity in the mind. So how do they exhibit their insecurity in the mind? They show it in the form of anger. They really want to take some revenges. So this generally, if the third house or moon is closer to the sixth house lord, generally these kind of natives, they have a very disturbed mind, which can be, we can say it in the form of mental distress, extreme form of mental distress. Now, if the moon or the third house lord is going to be associated with the eighth house, normally these kind of people remain very moody. They don't open up their mind, open up their mind very easily. They remain very tight-lipped. It's very difficult for anybody to understand what is running in their mind. So, but the moon or the third house lord associating with the eighth house creates a kind of mental trauma. They don't feel happy. They always remain very depressed. They don't, they will not remain happy. Or they don't, think anything in the positive directions. So they feel very gloomy. So this kind of impact will happen when the third house lord or moon is going to be associated with the eighth house. Now the third house lord or the moon, if it is going to be associated with the 12th house, here this kind of planetary position creates a lot of hopelessness. They feel that it is not worth. They feel that actually it is not going to happen. So they feel that the future is not going to be good. So this kind of unhelpful attitude, they feel, they don't see anything positive in their mind. Whatever, suppose if they are going to talk to anybody, so if someone is going to talk about some subject, they see only the negatives first. They don't see the positives. So they harp on the negatives. They speak the negatives in the all along their life. Now coming to the point, if the third house lord or the moon is going to be associated with the sixth house lord and the 12th house lord, then this creates a suicidal tendency. Okay, if a person is having too much of liabilities, or if a person has got into too much of litigation or disputes, or if a person has a severe health problem, suppose if he has been diagnosed by, with a severe health problem, then it can create mentally, it makes them to be mentally very stressed out. They feel that actually, what is the use of living in this world? Okay, I have got into a lot of debts. I know that actually I won't be able to come out of the debts. Okay, a person feels that, okay, what is the use of facing not too many disputes and litigation? Anyhow, I don't see anything bright spot in my life. So it is better to end my life. That kind of attitude will happen when the third and sixth and 12th house lord combination takes place. Or if a moon is going to be associated with the sixth and 12th house lord, this can create a lot of mental stress, which can eventually actually lead to suicidal tendencies. if the third house lord and eighth house lord and the 12th house lord combination takes place. So these kind of people normally they remain very tight-lipped and then very moody. They really feel very bitter in their life. They don't see anything happiness. They don't feel happy about anything in their life. So a kind of mental trauma or a kind of dejection in their life, I mean, it push them towards the suicidal tendencies. I mean, they don't. Okay, I have experienced many unhappiness in my life. I suffered a lot. I faced a disastrous situation in my life. So what is there actually to continue in this life? So let me end my life by committing a suicide. So this will happen if the eighth and 12th house lord is going to be associated with the third house or the moon. So here the catch. If the third house lord or the moon is going to be associated with the sixth and eighth and 12th house lord, then it will create a very dangerous situations. That means anyone, if the third house lord is going to be associated with the sixth and eighth and 12th house lord, or if the moon is going to be associated with the sixth and eighth and 12th house lord, it can create a dangerous situation of, it makes the native to develop this kind of suicidal tendencies. So if both the moon and the third house lord is going to be afflicted by this kind of planetary position, then it can create a very disastrous consequences on the mental health. In the coming weeks, we are going to upload more videos about the health, career, and personal life prospects using the Vedic astrology. I solicit your continued support for our Vedic Astrospear channel. Thank you.